Hi, this is Emma, and welcome to Esoteric Detective. A number of people who suffer from the Mandela Effect have noticed something very ominous. And that is changes to the Christian King James Bible, the major English translation of the Bible for Christians around the world. If you don't know what the Mandela Effect is, it is an effect which has a number of people believing they are remembering a history that, according to this timeline, did not exist. That is, for them, they believe history has now changed before their very eyes. And it can be somewhat frightening. If you want an understanding of the Mandela Effect, check out my playlist marked Mandela Effect on my homepage, which has a number of videos on the subject. I will also link to those videos in the description. But in the meantime, let us continue. For the following video, I will be dividing the timeline into two groups. That is, Group A and Group B. Group B will consist of people who are suffering from the Mandela Effect. Group A will be how it is today. That is how history says it was and always was. I would also like to add that I have confirmed all these myself, and have added only the most highly known examples. And make sure you stay until the end, because the last one will blow your mind. A link to the source information for this video will also be placed in the description. And I want to thank the work of researchers around the world for noting these changes. So stay tuned, as Esoteric Detective brings you the top 5 Mandela Effects in the King James Bible. Number 5. The Lord's Prayer. People with the Mandela Effect, that is Group B, remember the Lord's Prayer as, Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth, as it is in heaven. Forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. This was the dominant form of the Lord's Prayer. But now it has changed. At least for those suffering from the Mandela Effect. And I can say, as someone who was raised a Catholic, and someone who attended a Catholic school, that it has changed for me as well. For us, the Lord's Prayer has changed to, Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth, as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us of our debts, as we also have forgiven our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. Have a look at the Lord's prayers side by side. I have highlighted the changes for those suffering from the Mandela Effect. To those with the Mandela Effect, this change is almost unbelievable. Since I myself and others in Group B have recited this prayer thousands and thousands of times growing up, and to us this is not the Lord's Prayer today. This is something else, much different. And something very disturbing. Number 4. Grain fields. That is, grain fields, in the King James Bible, have now changed for Group B, into cornfields. Take this passage for an example, which now reads, and I quote, And it came to pass, that he went through the cornfields on the Sabbath day, and his disciples began, as they went, to pluck the ears of corn. Well, you might say, maybe it was corn. Maybe Group B, that is, those with the Mandela Effect just are misremembering. To which I would say, if those with the Mandela Effect are misremembering, then they are misremembering a truer history. Because it is known that corn did not exist in the Middle East at the time of the Bible. and never had. Corn was brought over from the Americas over 1,000 years after the Bible was written. At this point in history, the Americas were not even discovered yet. And here in this change, from wheat to corn, might lie the smoking gun. Because now the Bible does not make any sense, in regards to known history. To Group B, that is people with the Mandela Effect. The word corn was never in the Bible. It was always grain or wheat. You have to ask yourself, how is this possible? Number 3. Throughout the Bible, the word wine skins, which Group B, those with the Mandela Effect remember, has now been changed to bottles. This can be seen in the following example. Neither do men put new wine into old bottles, else the bottles break, and the wine runneth out, and the bottles perish, but they put new wine into new bottles, and both are preserved. This does not make sense, for a number of reasons. Not only is the word bottle a modern term, but in the context of the phrase, which states that bottles perish. This is because bottles do not perish, but wineskins do. That is, a wineskin can slowly degrade with wine inside it, the wine eating away and changing the leather. But now with bottles, the phrase makes no sense, because bottles are not destroyed by old wine. If you leave wine in a bottle, nothing happens to it. In fact, it can become better with age, as the known phrase goes. So this again, now with the change, makes no sense whatsoever. At least, to those suffering with the Mandela Effect. Number 2. In the famous line from Matthew 26:45, the phrase from Jesus, where he commands them to wake, is now completely different. Now Jesus commands them to sleep. This is the passage as it now reads. Then cometh he to his disciples, and said unto them, Sleep on now, and take your rest. Behold, the hour is at hand, and the Son of Man is betrayed into the hands of sinners. Rise, let us be going. Behold, he is at hand that doth betray me. I ask you, does this make any sense, that now Jesus says, Sleep now, and take your rest? Then right after, tells them to rise and let us be going? For people with the Mandela Effect, that is Group B, they remember it like this. Then cometh he to his disciples, and said unto them, Wake now, behold, the hour is at hand, and the Son of Man is betrayed into the hands of sinners. Rise, let us be going, behold, he is at hand that doth betray me. Which makes sense to you? What do you remember? For me, and those with the Mandela Effect, this seems to now make no sense whatsoever. Even in basic grammatical terms. Number 1. The Lion and the Lamb. I have gone over this before in another video, but now have more information to add, and will be looking at this for the remains of the video in far more detail. If you don't know about this effect, it has left people all around the world, who knew this phrase well, that is, the phrase in Isaiah 11:6. Which used to read, The lion shall lie down with the lamb. This phrase, and you might find this hard to believe, if you know your Bible, now reads, The wolf shall dwell with the lamb. That is, lion, has now changed into wolf, and may have taken this as a very ominous sign indeed. For the lion represents the Lion of Judah. What this change means now, no one can quite understand, since the wolf does not have any majestic and holy role in the Bible. So to put this in short, the Lion of Judah has now been replaced in a well-known passage in the Bible, everyone knew, at least those with the Mandela Effect, by a wolf. A wild wolf, with a very ominous feel about it. Well, you might say, Maybe we are just misremembering. To which I would say, that if we are misremembering, it would seem that we have been doing it for a very long time. Even those versed in scriptures. Let's take a look. Another YouTuber found some further information, which I found very interesting. A link to the channel shall be placed in the description. Let's take a look.
Hi, it's God's Warrior Princess 777, and tonight I'm going to do a video on Isaiah 11 verse 6. What I had found, I found this author. His name is Eric Carlson, and he's written different books. And this particular book that I found, that he wrote, is called Decoding Space-Time: The Mathematics of Faith. As previously discussed, Isaiah also prophesied of this era, an era of peace, in which the lion shall lay down with the lamb. Isaiah 11, 6-8. Now, he's talking about Bible prophecy. He would for sure have to get that right. You do not make a mistake writing a book about prophecy. So, right there, to me, that's another proof that it was definitely lion shall lay down with the lamb. For instance, I found this. I wanted to go into this. Now, this is actually referring to Isaiah 65:25, and I don't want to talk about this verse particularly, but here it says, the lion and the lamb shall feed together, but in the Bible now it says, the wolf and the lamb shall feed together. Now, because this is in a blue, bold lettering, which has to be different from the typed text, I think it wasn't able to read that yet. Now I'm sure it will, and because I'm talking about it, it'll probably change, but so far here to me is proof that that verse actually said lion and the lamb shall feed together. Numbers, and here you see the lion who lay down with the lamb, and this is like a vegetarian thing, but you know that they had quoted lion who lay down with the lamb. Now, if it was wolf, they would have put wolf who lay down with the lamb. They're a human, like, this is about being vegan and vegetarian and how you shouldn't eat meat. So, then I went down here and I saw this one. It says, psychic sees the future, a new world is born, prophecies, and whatever. But then it says down here, now the date is December 2nd, 1973. It says, then the lion shall lie down with the lamb, and the bear shall eat grass like the ox, and the child shall play on the hole of the asp, and nothing shall. And so I'm like, that sounds right. That sounds like the way I remember Isaiah 11:6.
World changes because the Bible has changed. Okay, now we can go to here to Isaiah, where it talks about the lion and the lamb. Okay, the lion and the lamb is not there anymore, my friends. It's now the wolf and the lamb. Okay, the wolf and the lamb never existed in my reality. It's gone now, or it's here now. If you Google the wolf and the lamb, you'll get plenty of Bible scriptures that make sense of it. You're going to see like a wolf laying with a lamb, and we all know that that doesn't exist.
Use the Force, Luke. Let go, Luke.
The Force is strong and it is weak.
Luke, trust me. Use the Force, Luke. Let go, Luke.
The Force is strong and it is weak.
Luke, trust me. Use the Force, Luke. Let go, Luke.
The Force is strong and it is weak.
Luke, trust me.
Don't you think that this is all very strange? That is, people remember passages from the Bible such a different way than the way it is now? Science would say that the human mind is poor at remembering things. But science also says that there is evidence of parallel realities, and they have even tried to contact them, such as the experiments at CERN. So it is unclear what to really believe or what position science would have on this subject. What do you think is happening? Do you think that somehow some unknown reality has merged with our own? Or do you think something more strange is happening? Or maybe all of this can be dismissed as mass false memories? Whatever the case, make sure to stay tuned and subscribe to Esoteric Detective to keep up to date with the strange and unusual. And please give a thumbs up if you liked the video. And do let me know what you think in the comments section. Until next time.
Use the Force, Luke. Let go, Luke.
The Force is strong and it is weak.
Luke, trust me.